So my story started when I was 18 years old in a 3-year relationship at the time. I found out I was pregnant when my daughter's dad was currently cheating on me. And during that season of life as well, I was being abused physically. After I had my daughter, I did separate from her dad for a short time frame. And then I thought I can do it, try to figure it out again, because that's all I knew from my family is you figure it out together, even through abuse or whatever you do. So we did try doing that again, and we moved to Louisiana for 2 months until I couldn't do it anymore and I was getting abused again. And I picked up my daughter and I drove back from Louisiana, just me and my 6-month-old daughter. I lived with my mom, even though it wasn't the very supportive family background that I needed. I lived with my parents that gave me shelter. But I then met my daughter's father, and we had my second daughter, Jamila, who is just 3 years behind Jalea, and then ended up going through life, not staying with him. And then I had my son 3 years later. Through the whole struggle of having children 3 years apart after each one, I ended up finding out that I just didn't know who I was, and I was trying to find myself into like these other relationships, and being a single mom just really took a toll on me, because going back to what I dreamed of when I was younger, I just didn't dream of having kids, and this isn't what I wanted. I love my children and I wouldn't trade that for anything, but I just saw differently. And through all of the births, through all my children, what was constant is the little village that I had, which was my daughter's grandmother that pushed me and supported me, and then my faith is what pushed me to get through most of those trials. And then little relationships that I met on the way that would help nurture that. I didn't know where to go from there. And I got to a point that I just wanted a family, that I ended up getting back with my middle daughter's father just to make a family work, and it didn't work. So I felt like a failure. I felt like I couldn't be a wife, I couldn't be a mom, I couldn't do anything to fulfill my children's life. That now looking back on, I didn't need to fulfill their life, because their stories is their own. And I now see that I can't control everything around me, and that's okay.